Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 6th game of the American League Championship Series. And we're going to be taking on the Blue Jays once more. And we stole a couple games down in Toronto, so now we're going to be heading over to Camden Yards to try to finish out this series. Obviously, the Blue Jays still have a chance in this series, but their chances are very slim because they did lose those 2 games at home. Either way, we would have had a game at home, even if we had lost 2 of those games. But we won 2 games, and they got 1 down in Toronto. So we're gonna be in the driver's seat here. Hopefully, we can finish out this series quickly and get ready for the World Series. But of course, we know this Blue Jays team very pesky, and they're a very well-rounded team. Pretty good pitching keeps them in the game, and the offense is what really sets them apart. Their acquisition of Gio Gonzalez really solidified their pitching rotation, and they didn't really have to give up much. They still have most of their offensive pieces, so it's going to be an interesting game here in Camden. And the Orioles are going to try to wrap up this series here with the home crowd waiting for them to pop the champagne, and we'll see what happens. So the Orioles are about to take the field, and we're going to take a look at the Blue Jays lineup. And it's going to consist of Jose Reyes, Melky Cabrera, Edwin Encarnacion, Jose Bautista, Brett Lawrie, Deoner Navarro in the lineup today, Rasmus Maicer Izturis, and Jonathan Diaz. We're going to be facing off against Hyunjin Ryu. Ryu and Ellis came over from that trade for Matt Wieters, and so it's going to be Ryu's had a great postseason, almost perfect, and you can't ask for much more from our number 2 starter, but we'll see what happens here in the 6th game of the series. 1-1 count here to Melky Cabrera, just kind of pulls that down to the left field for a base hit. That's going to be how the game kind of starts. Jose Reyes got out on a fly ball, I believe, and now here's Edwin Encarnacion up, and that's a deep drive to center field. And it is gone. Wow, that ball kind of stretched a little more than I thought it would initially, but Edwin Encarnacion just kind of sneaks it over that wall in center field, and that's going to be how the game starts. Not a great start for the Orioles, but they have Gordon Markakis, Davis, Cruz, Jones, Machado, Lombardozzi, A.J. Ellis, and J.B. Shuck, the standard lineup for the Orioles. And they're going to be facing off against Gio Gonzalez, 13-9 with a 3.03 ERA in the regular season. Good numbers for him, and we're going to be trying to get to him early and see what we can do to clinch this series. So let's get it started with Mr. D. Gordon. 2-2 count to him, 2-0 game, and D's going to shoot this one out to down to third base line. Goes over Laurie's head. D's going to test out Cabrera's arm, and he's going to get in there safely. So aggressive base running by D. Gordon, one of the fastest men in the MLB, and he is going to get in there safely. Gordon still on second. Markakis on the first pitch is going to hit it out to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Markakis is on with a single, and D. Gordon shifts over to third base. Great run scoring opportunity right here. However, it's an 0-2 count to Chris Davis. Can he do something with this? And that is going to be ball 1. But Markakis was going on the play. I was trying to set up a little. I was trying to run, cause D. Gordon to run, but he wouldn't, and that's going to be a pop out to third base. So it looks like we might waste another opportunity to score. Nelson Cruz is up, and he's going to pop this one, and he's going to foul out to end the inning. So an opportunity definitely wasted for the Orioles, and they're going to have to kind of fight back from this slow start. Jose Reyes up, and he's going to slap this one in the center field. And this guy has to be the most annoying player in MLB 14 to show. Like, honestly, whenever he gets on base, he freaking steals every time, and then he somehow gets safe every time. But Melky Cabrera is going to get on with another base hit right here, his second of the game. And Jose Bautista up, 3-1 count, and that is ball 4, just missed on the outside corner. 0-2 count to Brett Lawrie, and that is going to be grounded down the pitcher. Ryu on the first in time, and that is going to be another jam escaped by Ryu. 2-1 count to Nick Markakis. That is going to be shot out to center field, left center. D Gordon, or that's not D Gordon. I think that's JB Shuck who got on with a walk, I believe, and he's going to hold up at second, bringing up Chris Davis, who's had a quiet postseason. Can he turn that around? He is going to do just that. Lined out to left field for a base hit, but it was hit way too hard. Shuck tried to round third and head on home, but he slides back in safely. So Nelson Cruz has a chance to redeem himself here. 1-2 count to him. Let's see what he can do. And that is going to be strike 3 on the high cheese. Gio Gonzalez, the escape artist, gets out of that jam. Colby Rasmus up now, and Ryu is just leaving too many pitches over the plate. That's going to get down into the corner. And good job by Adam Jones to cut that one off, holding it to just a double. But Colby Rasmus has a 1-out double for the Blue Jays. 0-1 count. My Series Tourist up, and that is just fair down the line. That's going to get down for a base hit. The third run of the game is plated for the Blue Jays, and this doesn't look good for the Orioles. They need a spark right here from their offense. Can Adam Jones provide that? He does just that. A fastball right down the middle by Gio Gonzalez, and that is crushed out to right field. And it's going to kind of sneak around the high wall out there and get down for a home run. Adam Jones, this is probably the spark the offense needed. They've been quiet pretty much all game except the third inning where they loaded the bases with 2 outs. But obviously clutch hitting wasn't there, and they need to get something. They need a rally started here. 3-1 count, and Machado's going to ground this one to right field for a base hit. And that is going to be the second hit, no, not the second hit of the inning for the Orioles. So, Lombardozzi up, and let's see what he can do. Machado stealing on the plate, and that was just perfect execution on the hit and run. And the right fielder Bautista misplays it. Machado is going to head on home, and he is safe. Lombardozzi on second, and that is going to be a single and an error that Marquez scored on. No, not Marquez. Machado scored on, excuse me. But D. Gordon is going to ground out to third base, and that will end the inning. So the Orioles do catch up. There is 3-2 now. Nelson Cruz up, and Nelson Cruz hits one out. And that's no surprise with this guy's power, just absolutely demolished to right field. And just that was a beautiful swing on an 0-2 pitch too. Gio Gonzalez was almost out of that inning, 1 strike away. And Nelson Cruz says, not today. You might get a no decision tonight. And the Blue Jays struck early for 3. And now the Orioles are trying to mount a comeback here. And they have completed that comeback so far. They just need to plate a few more runs. And they're gonna find themselves up. 1-2 count to Lombardozzi. Curveball. And that is a great piece of hitting right there. Just got off the end of the bat, but strong enough to get out to center field. Reyes couldn't make the play. And Lombardozzi is on with a lead-off single, and that is going to do it for Gio Gonzalez. His fate is still uncertain. He has a man on first, but that's the least of his worries. He wants this team to get a win and possibly force a Game 7. Sergio Santos is coming on to try to stop the bleeding here. Bottom 6th, and D. Gordon is going to ground this one. Thought it might be a hit for a second, but it was grounded a little too weakly. Almost beats that throw out, but East does get him. And we're going to head to the recap here. Edwin Encarnacion with a 2-run shot to lead off the game, in the first inning. Adam Jones with a home run as well, 2 hits on the day. And Ryu, 10 hits, but limiting to only 3 runs. So good job by him. Had a damage control day for him. Tyler Clippard is on, and we'll see if he can lock this down. Men on first and second to start this off. Joey Bats goes down. That's a big out for the Orioles. And now no count to Brett Lawrie. Grounded to third, on to second, on to first. In time for the double play. Great turn by the Orioles defense, and that is going to be how the top of the 7th ends. And I believe that was Lombardozzi, and he's going to ground this one out to left field for a base hit down the line. So the Orioles have another leadoff base runner. That was Marquez, excuse me. And Chris Davis is up now. 1-0 count, and he is going to ground this one on the first. Man. That's a 3-6-3 double play. Or is that a 3-6 double play? I don't even know. But bottom of the 8th still. Lombardozzi is up now. And that is going to be driven out to right field. Can this get out? Oh, man. Look at that wall climbing grab by Jose Bautista. It channeling his inner Spider-Man. Watch this right here. Just a marvelous catch. He actually followed me on Twitter, so I ain't even mad. But he just wall climbs right there and makes the catch. What a spectacular catch by Jose Bautista. Darren O'Day on in the 10th inning, and then he gives up this to Edwin Encarnacion into the bullpen, into the second bullpen actually. And that is going to be how extra innings is going to go. Markakis up, trying to start a comeback here. Casey Jansen on, and look at this beautiful piece of hitting. You don't expect more of Markakis. That is what you come to expect. This is what he does. Just fights off pitches and gets base hits. Chris Davis up. Can he walk us off? Or he could just hit a double play. And yeah, that's a double play. And the Blue Jays are one strike away now from forcing a Game 7, and they do just that on the 89-mile-an-hour cutter. Nelson Cruz strikes out, and the Blue Jays survive to fight another day, force a Game 7, exactly what the Orioles did not want. They really wanted to clinch today, because tomorrow they're going to have to send out Ubaldo Jimenez or Miguel Gonzalez. We can't put Chris Archer in the bullpen and have him pitch on 3 days rest because we had an off day. He pitched Game 4, I believe, and then we gave him Game 5 off, and then we had an off day, and then Game 6, and then Game 7 is tomorrow. We could pitch him on 3 days rest, but I think a fresh arm might be the best situation for us. So we'll see what the executive decision is from the manager, aka me. But Darren O'Day went 1 in the third innings, giving up that one mistake. And Brett Cecil picks up the win in 1 inning of work. And your player of the game is going to be, drumroll please, I think it's Encarnacion. And of course I'm right. You're going to see something a little funny right here. A bit of a glitch in the game. Like his teammates are supposed to surround him, but wait for it, and there it is. Will Nieves comes out of nowhere and decides to be a troll, and the Blue Jays seem to be okay with it. So, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. This was a bleh kind of game. One of those 50-50 games that you weren't sure if you're going to win or lose, especially at the end. And we couldn't pull out a win, but we do have Game 7. That's the important part of stealing 2 games on the road. And we're just going to still have Game 7 to try to put this one away. So, expect Game 7 soon, guys. Thank you for watching this episode. And, yeah, have a great day, guys. And I will talk to you later.